Have you ever met a sweet little old lady and thought to yourself, what must she have seen in her lifetime? Where she's been? What fantastic tales could she tell? Or what evil secrets she's been hiding? In this truly disturbing story, a young reporter gets those questions answered. And after tonight, you may never look at your mother in the same light again. So, turn out the lights, settle in. Let me guide you through tonight's living nightmare confession.
Welcome to Nicky D's. What can I get you?
Just a diet soda, please.
Diet soda. And for you? I'm good with the water. Okay.
Thank you. Sorry I'm late.
Let me guess. Guy trouble?
He is such a jackass.
I've known him for years. So yes, your assessment is accurate.
Well, I'm done with him.
You broke it off? But Charlie, he's so cute.
Well, he doesn't support the direction my career's headed in.
Oh, you mean this career of writing feel-good fluff pieces for the paper? Yeah, I can see how that'd be a relationship killer.
Seriously? Come on, not you too, Jocelyn. I just got another earful from my mom.
Did you guys decide what you'd like to eat?
Yeah, we're both gonna have the special.
Oh, okay. Let's get it ready for you.
What?
Jesus Christ, is everybody out to control my every move?
Okay, what the hell's wrong with you? We always have the special. Do you seriously want something else? I can try and get her back. Excuse me.
Oh, come on, stop. Stop. She's new, okay? She's gonna think we're a couple of bitches. Sorry, it's just misdirected angst. Yes, I'll have the special.
God, you're so predictable. I'm sorry. He is kind of a jerk, but you'll bounce back, baby. I mean, you're beautiful, talented, and...
And? Come on, keep going. I need this.
Well, I was gonna say young, but...
Jocelyn, right. I am 24, thank you.
And you don't look a day over 17, and it pisses me off. But I shouldn't have made that crack about your work. What you do is a good thing.
I hate it. Everything has to be so mushy and heartwarming all the time. It's garbage. I mean, it's drivel.
But you're so good at it. Come on, Charlie. I mean, you're a great storyteller. Plus you're a woman. I mean, imagine if Jackass was writing this stuff. Be full of booger and fart jokes.
Yeah, but I want to write about something deeper, just darker. Everybody has a sinister side. Just once, I want to find that story of heartache, hurt, and pain.
Damn, girl. Maybe Kansas City suits you just fine.
I just feel like Roberts keeps sending me all these old people because he doesn't think I can handle the real deal. I think he's really scraping the bottom of the barrel for this next one.
What is it? Another old war vet who found a love letter in his attic? Or wait, no, another 200-year-old tree someone turned into a room full of coffee tables.
No, I think it's just some old lady in a nursing home or something.
Excuse me, here you go. Anything else, guys? No, thank you. Okay, let's enjoy.
Nursing home?
Yeah.
God, I hate those places. It's like where old people go to die.
Yeah. What's so funny?
Well, you are going to a nursing home.
So? I am not old.
Charlene Fane. I'm beginning to think you ignoring my texts.
Now, Mr. Roberts, you know that's not true. I love your texts. I look forward to them every 5 minutes.
Charlie, after 3 years, we got to go over deadlines again. It's Thursday. I need this story by tomorrow night for the weekend's edition.
Mr. Roberts, I have been working on this guy's story all week so I can have it to you by tonight.
I'm talking about the one I've been texting you for the past few weeks now. Mrs. Morris, the sick old lady on Am Street.
Seriously? I'm leaving tomorrow to spend the weekend at my parents' place. I've got packing to do. I mean, it's a 6-hour drive. Come on, you know this.
Charlie, I don't give a damn. Mrs. Morris has been asking about you by name for weeks now. She's out the hospital and back home. I've texted you her address. I think it would be in the paper's best interest and in yours if you go see her today. Before she croaks, please.
Look, I have a story for you right here, and it's already done.
Another vet with a love letter. Charlie, it's 3:20. Mrs. Morris is very ill. Go see her. Take the recorder, get the story. Then go see your mother. Email me this before you leave.
Done.
Hey, smartass. Tell your mama I said hi.
It's open.
Miss Maris? Hi, I'm Charlie Fane from the paper.
Yes, I've read your column in the local life section of the Sunday paper for a couple of years now. Such wonderful stories of real people.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm very flattered.
And you bought the recorder?
Oh, yeah. As you requested. And it's actually standard practice, so I guess that's a win-win. Okay, well, I won't ask you any questions. Just tell me your story.
My name is Mavis Elizabeth Gordon Maris. I was born in 1952, and I'm dying of a brain tumor that could kill me at any moment. I've been married twice, outlived them both. I've had 6 children, 5 of whom are dead. I want to confess to their murders. It was in 1968 that I had my first child. I was 16 and the father was just some punk I knew from another school. There was no fanfare, no cigars, not even a father at my bedside. Just me and Hazel. I was too young to have a baby. I didn't want one. And my parents weren't going to let me keep her anyway. So that night as she slept in a crib in my hospital room, I put a pillow over her face. It actually covered her whole body. I could barely feel her struggle. And then she stopped. It was quiet. And I lay back down and slept.
Okay, Miss Maris, this interview is over.
Don't you dare turn that damn thing off. You will sit your little ass in that chair and listen to my confession.
If you think I'm printing this, you've lost your mind, lady. I'm calling the police.
Put that thing away, Charlie. After I've told you everything, then you can go to the police. The FBI, the KGB, I don't give a damn. But I suspect the first place you'll want to go is to one of the biggest papers in the country. I'm giving you the story that will make your career, young lady. In the winter of 1975, I was 9 months pregnant. And my first husband, William, died of a heroin overdose in some god-awful back alley somewhere. The baby was born a week later. William Baines Jr. I lived in a tiny mobile home on the outskirts of St. Louis, Missouri. I don't think that place had any insulation, and it snowed for several days. In my grief, I took little William and put him in the room at the very far end of the trailer. I opened the window. I never heard him cry that night. He died in his sleep. I couldn't bear to raise a child with no father. That was a rough winter, I tell you.
You're insane. God, I can't believe I'm listening to this garbage. Oh, I need some air.
Want me to open a window? I couldn't help myself.
No. You are not scaring me away. I'm gonna get this story first. Are you for real? Or are you just some old lady who's full of it?
I like you, Charlie. It's good to know that you have doubts. I'd hate to leave this world thinking that you believe everything you hear. Your stories from the paper are always so vibrant and full of life. But I sense some BS in all of them. They seem a bit contrived and a little too mushy to be true. I'm sure there's some embellishment here and there.
I don't embellish a damn thing, okay? Everything I print is as true and accurate as the stories I'm told by the people I interview.
Good. Then keep that in mind as I continue my story.
Well?
1981. I was a cocktail waitress at a real dump of a strip club just outside Detroit. The bartender was a real prick, but real good looking too. We had a little fling late one night after a big bar brawl. I got pregnant and he found another bar to tend. Never came back. Later that year, Chloe came along. Named her after one of the dancers. Late one night, after working a double shift, I bathed her for the last time. She was about 2. I was exhausted and Chloe wasn't sleeping very much at night. In fact, This was night number 5 or 6, maybe 10, I don't recall. I had grown quite fond of her. I washed her face. She had spaghetti earlier that night. Then, as I washed her hair, something happened. It was like a veil came over me. And I held her under the water until she stopped splashing. I wrapped her in a towel, put her in a suitcase, packed a few things, and left Michigan that next morning. I'm sure Chloe and that suitcase are somewhere still at the bottom of Lake Erie.
Are you kidding me? A veil came over you? The first two times you tried to give reasons for murdering your children. You were too young. Your parents wouldn't let you keep her. You were distraught. Your husband died. But this last one? Chloe? You just did it. No reason. You're evil. Pure evil. Are you a religious woman, Miss Maris?
You know, they say we're all sinners. We're born that way. He came to set us all free. Ain't that right? That boy came to set his own mama free. She was no better than anyone else. All she did was bear a son. But she was a born sinner, just like the rest of us. He was tortured and killed for that. You see a religious statue. I see a mother holding a child she murdered.
You're insane. And you deserve whatever it is hell has in store for you. And I hope it comes sooner than you expect.
Me too.
Don't you smile at me, you bitch. I could choke you out right here and never lose any sleep over it.
You probably could, Charlie. But then you missed the rest of my story. And right now, I've got you too curious to screw that up.
What the hell is wrong with you? I can't figure you out. How could anybody do what you claim to have done to your children and live all these years without telling a soul? Like it was no big deal. I can't imagine a mother like that.
Oh, spare me, Charlene. You're a big girl. You're telling me that you've never heard of a mother killing her own children? I suppose your parents never did anything to hurt you, huh? How the hell do you explain that burn mark on your arm? Looks like it's been there a while. Mommy give you that?
I pulled a pot of boiling water from the stove when I was 3.
Mm-hmm. And that scar on your chest, just below your neck. It looks like a stab wound.
I fell out of my crib when I was 2 and I got scraped up on the way down. And how dare you? My parents were loving people, and I had a happy childhood. To hell with you, lady. Let's just finish this so I can turn your ass in. Maybe we can get some justice for those poor children before you croak.
1989. My second husband, Tony, was a DJ in one of the biggest clubs in Houston. That's him over there. We had twins that year, Derek and Dwayne. They were a handful, I tell you. The twins were 2 when I had finally grown tired of them. I took them for a walk. There was this wooded area in the neighborhood and a trail that passed an old junkyard with a hurricane fence. That junkyard had 3 of the meanest sons of bitchin' Dobermans that ever walked the earth. Some of the pothead teenagers from the neighborhood had pulled the fence away at a section furthest from the road. I stood there near the small opening in the fence, pulled at it to make it just a little bit bigger, then made the loudest commotion you ever heard. As I ran back to my house, I heard the dogs come through that fence and those boys just screaming away.
I cannot begin to fathom how you went almost 60 years and never got caught. You are going to burn in hell, but not before you pay for what you've done. I'm taking this to the cops.
Don't turn that thing off just yet, Charlie. I've got one more. Tony and I moved to Missouri to be closer to his family after the twins died. And the time came when he was finally ready to have another child. In 1993, we had a girl, Gayleen. She was a good girl, quiet, smart, but something just wasn't right. I just didn't feel like we were a family. One night, when Gayleen was 3, I drugged Tony's dinner, and while he slept, I stabbed him about 4 dozen times with a knife from the kitchen, and lit a fire in the living room. Then I went into Gayleen's room and stabbed her several times. I left her in the crib and skipped town that night as the house burned. The fire department had come, fought the fire, and wouldn't you know it, they pulled out a tiny survivor, Gayleen. According to the news, she suffered some burns, pretty bad ones. I believe on the left side of her body. You were adopted, weren't you, Gayleen?
You don't! I know you! I'll kill you! I know you! I remember!
You almost got away, you little bitch!
Hey Monroe Comic Con, this is Ciara Hanna here from Power Rangers Megaforce and Super Megaforce. I'm so excited to see you guys September 16th.
Hello everybody, it's Alicia. Fall is actually my favorite season, which is when I'll be seeing you guys at Monroe Comic Con in September.
It's Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Hey, I'd love to have you join me September 16th on a Saturday at the Monroe Comic Con